Shout out to Cassie Crash Out. So apparently yesterday she went to a stepper set. If you're not familiar, stepping is a dance style that you find very, very active in Chicago. It's usually for the olders, and it's a great dance. I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot of fun. Going to a stepper set, watching it is a lot of fun. Participating in it is a lot of fun. But you got to get loose. You got to get ready for it. You ain't you can't just step out there and step without having a little bit of practice. So shout out to that. Apparently, somebody invited Cassie Crash Out to a stepper set last night to set up a table and talk about her campaign. And first of all, I can't play the audio because YouTube kept hitting me with copyright because there's music in it. And I just couldn't get it to, and also the audio is kind of bad. She's just using her phone. And she's going around passing out her flyers, as you see here. And there are a ton of people who are like, oh, I thought that race was already won. Now, mind you, she's in a suburb of Chicago. So a lot of people there are not Dalton residents. So she runs into tons of people that are not Dalton residents, but they're like, ooh, girl, we support you, blah, blah, blah. Only after she explains to them that Jason House isn't the mayor and that he just defeated Tiffany Henyard and that they still have a race in April. There's a lot of these people that had no clue about it. So I don't know if it's because she's not in the right neighborhood. I don't know if it seems like this is not in Dalton, listening to the people talk. So therefore, it seems like this is not the right audience to be campaigning with. Second of all, if you listen to it, she couches it like this is a campaign rally. She makes it sound like, hey, there's a lot of people out here to support, blah, blah, blah. When it's clear that these people don't even know her from anybody else on the planet. This is not a campaign rally. She went to a stepper set and they allowed her to set up a table, her and Mr. Harrison to set up a table. And in a moment, we'll look at Mr. Harrison. He's out there talking, sharing with the people. But again, most people think that Jason House already won. Now, I do think that, of course, we got to wait till April 1st for that to be reality. But I do think it's pretty clear. Nobody knows that she's running. Nobody knows who she is. She had to put herself out, she had to introduce herself. And remember, we are now just like 10 days away from early voting starting. And dare I say like 20 days until April 1st. So she doesn't have a lot of time and she's still trying to establish herself. She's still getting her name out there, letting people know who she is. And that's pretty serious. That, in my opinion, tells you exactly all you need to know about her campaign and about the way that she's positioned herself, that people don't even know she exists. She's out here literally in this dance club, introducing herself, trying to explain people who she is, what she's about. And mind you, she's not really talking about policies. My ideas on taxes, my ideas on debt, how we're going to elect a new or find a new chief of police. None of that stuff. She out here talking about how they're fighting in Dalton and how she wants to bring peace to the Middle East. Well, ma'am, this is really an interesting place to be having that conversation because this man is not there for that. He is there to step. He is there to enjoy himself. They're not here for a campaign rally. So I'm going to look next at Mr. Harrison. We'll jump over there and see what's going on there. 1 second.
How you doing? You running, girl. Hey, girl.
So there's a rally at the Village Town Hall on Sunday.
I'll be there. I'll be there.
Bring 5 people with
I'll
you.
be in Dalton 92. Come on here. I done seen the up, the
Look, she
down.
thought Jason won. I
No,
was like, he didn't win. He won the primary.
no, he did not win. Yeah. Hold on. I love the city. I did.
That's okay.
But you know what? I don't have a problem with it though.
That's what I was
She's
telling her.
done so much to Donna we haven't had in age. Even though whatever personal shit boom.
This little exchange right here, I think, is really telling. Cassandra doesn't have a policy or platform that she's running on. She's running on or really just running against other people. I'm running against these people because they're blah, 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 because they're bad, because they're mean, because they fight, because they are angry, whatever. But there isn't really a policy that she's pushing. There's not an idea that she's pushing. I'm running on the idea that we're going to bring down crime. I'm running on the idea that Dalton should not be in debt. I'm running on an idea to bring jobs to the Southland, whatever. She's not running on anything of that nature. She's just saying, hey, Tiffany and Jason are bad. They've ruined Dalton. They got all these blighted houses. And here's my flyer. And okay, that's fine. But are you going to do anything different? How are you going to do anything different? Now, of course, at a stepper set, that's probably not the best place. But let's just be honest. She hasn't been campaigning worth two good pennies because these people don't actually know who she is. This young woman here in the white top that she was talking to actually lives in Dalton. So she actually is a voter that would be a part of her base. And she's trying to convince her that the woman should vote for her over Jason. And it's pretty clear if you go back and watch, she hasn't given her a reason why that's greater than just Tiffany was a bad person, Jason is a not so good person, I'm really great. Well, okay, that's fine. You could be my neighbor and I could think you're a pretty splendiferous person, but why am I voting for you? What are you going to do? What is your policies? What is your platform? None of that stuff. And again, I do think it's super disingenuous for her to treat this like this is a campaign rally. This is not a campaign rally. This is just a Thursday night stepper set. And they're out there dancing, enjoying themselves. A lot of these people don't even know her from the person on the moon. And for her to position it as if I'm out here campaigning, I'm out here in these streets. Ma'am, you are literally at a club trying to introduce yourself. You're literally just standing here. You're not out here shaking hands. You're not out here kissing babies. You're not getting anybody interested, excited about you, anything of that nature. It's just loud and all of that. I mean, it's a stepper set. You went to a club, for crying out loud. And these people are out here getting a dance on. They are not out here wondering or worrying about who to elect in Dalton, because a lot of these people are not from Dalton. Pretty much everybody except for one that I've heard her interact with so far is a Daltonite. Everybody else is from somewhere else. And I think that's pretty telling. But what do you think? Down in the comments, let me know. And not to just dog Cassie out, but for like 10 minutes, she literally just stands in this position and kind of wanders her camera around. She's not interacting with anybody. There's no interaction. There's no engagement. She's just scanning the event. And she really needs to clear her lens on her camera, but I digress. She's not really interacting with anybody because, again, it's a club. It would be very much akin to you being at your local club and trying to tell people about your cookie shop or your auto detail shop. These people are here to dance. These people are here to enjoy themselves, get their drink on, the Thursday night wind down, and the such of that nature. They are not here to hear about politics. Now, again, maybe if you were a little bit more out there in the front, out there amongst the people before, maybe they would. Maybe they would be a little bit more prone. But at this moment, they're just like, look, I'm here to get my drink on and here to get my step on. I am not here for this. And I think that goes really to point out what we've said about Cassie Crash Out. Nobody knows who you are. Nobody knows who you are. They pretty much have summarized in their minds, Jason House is one. Oh, they got a new mayor down in Dalton. His name's Jason House. Clean House 2025. This is going to be and I like her tenacity. I like that you think you're going to win, but the reality is that you're not going to win, Cassie. This is just not going to happen. What's going to happen is Jason House is going to take the majority of the votes. The Republican candidate will probably come in second, and then your candidacy will probably come in the single digits. That's really what's going to happen. But she signs out at the end. I'm going to jump down to where she signs out, where she's kind of wrapping it up as if this was as if this were a successful campaign event. I think it's going to be kind of interesting. So let's see what happens there.
All right, guys, we about to sign out. We out here.
people came out to support us. We're going to be rallying Sunday at 1 o'clock up at the Village Hall. So all of you that know anyone that wants to be a part of it, make sure you all show up. Make sure you all show up this Sunday at 1 o'clock at the Village Hall. 14122 Chicago Road. We'll be out campaigning this Sunday at 1 o'clock at the Village Hall. All right, guys, I'm signing off. And this is Rebuilding Dalton. We're out here campaigning. As you see, the house is full.
Now, the end of this, I think, is just a little bit disingenuous. These people weren't there to support you. This was not a campaign rally. You're literally at a club, and these people are not really engaging with you. I think that was, sure, I guess you could say you're marketing. You're standing out there. Sure, you had a table. Maybe you could say that was campaigning, but that's not a campaign rally, though. And a lot of the people don't know who you are. A lot of the people are not even your constituents. And definitely there isn't a platform. There isn't it looks like they're even closing doors up, but there isn't a platform. There isn't a policy that you're pushing out here to let people know. So even if they were interested, they wouldn't even know what to do. Anyway. Would you be doing it? Have you ever seen stepping before? Are you a stepper? Let me know down in the comments. Give me your thoughts on this. And until next time, everybody, grace and peace.